All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol PTON, Peloton Interactive Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. And I hope that you guys find this helpful and informative. And to my subscribers, I want to state thank you for your feedback and recognition to my efforts. I really appreciate that from your guys' end, and it speaks in high volumes of the community that we have here. And I hope to continue to relay helpful and informative information from my end to you all. Let's go ahead and look at this chart. So this was a request from one of my subscribers. That's why I'm here doing Peloton Interactive. I had overlooked this stock. I had heard a lot about it. I had even seen it at some point, but I didn't feel so sure about it because once I found out about it, it was reaching back to its highs before the crash, right? Which was about $30 and some change. I saw it at around like 30 or like 29 bucks, and I was a little hesitant. I was like, that's a quick recovery, and now where is it going to go from there? Because their IPO is not that old, and these numbers were pretty much some of the highest points that this stock reached in its time. And I was like, wow, and it hit lows here of about $17. So I was aware of this earlier in the year. I didn't see the potential that other bulls probably saw. And that's normal. I want to go ahead and state that for all of us that are investors, sometimes we may overlook stocks. I hope that, by me sharing this with you guys, you may see an opportunity, or it might be a watch list of yours, right? You'll add it to your watch list and something to consider, or it's just something to learn from and see. But I mean, this was a bullish run. It broke through its recent highs before the crash, right, from $17, and it reached all the way up to 100 and some change. This was a very bullish run here, and I didn't get a chance to get in, but I'm considering it because this, for those of you that don't have much background on this company or don't know exactly what it does, is it basically took advantage of the fact that everybody was at stay home, and it's a subscription, basically service of workout routines, and like I believe like cycling classes and like personal trainer type deal. So it has all of that incorporated into its services, and I don't know what other services it has, but I know it's basically centered around physical fitness. And basically, by having all that incorporated, gyms were closed, people were staying at home. Even when gyms opened, people were just like, I'm used to seeing a personal trainer or my cycling class on Thursdays or on Tuesday or on Wednesday, whatever day they were working out, they had that routine. And obviously, this company was able to give and receive a reward by giving these services, which is the subscription, and revenue was going up. I mean, we could just see earnings here was slightly missed, and earnings here, it was earned. I mean, it went up by 169%. I mean, their surprise was 0.17 above, so you could see how they were still slightly, struggling to grow the business, and the business grew. You could see it throughout the time, and it leveled off here, and it just skyrocketed again after this bullish run. It had a few leveling offs, but it continued to work its way up. It had a small dip here in the beginning of this month, September, and then it skyrocketed again, and it's having another dip. So I'm not sure if it's profit taking or fear that's going on here in this area, or it's just the catalyst of what's going on with the earnings. And earnings really, really, really motivated people to jump back in and bring this one up to new highs, but it's quickly falling now. And I'd pay very close attention to how this reacts and how it breaks through supports. But for those of you that didn't know, this stock has been booming, and it's like I said, it's all right to miss out on certain opportunities, and this is one of those that I overlooked as an investor, and I'm sure that many of us have overlooked plenty of companies, but you win some, you lose some, and some of them you just don't even get a chance to get in at the right time. So does this have more potential? I'm not quite sure because its peak before earnings was 92 and some change, and after earnings, it basically hit 100 and some change. So now we're gonna look at this chart and see what's important. Um, as people go back into phase two, phase three, and gyms and everything start going back to normal, if people still feel hesitant about going to gyms because there's a lot of physical contact with things that a lot of people have touched, and many people use the same machines. And being in a setting with a physical trainer, which is one on one, or a class session, might make people feel hesitant. And cycling classes are usually groups of people that might make people feel hesitant. So, Peloton Interactive has some of that market share there of physical fitness where they can kind of take advantage of people actually staying home and going ahead and benefiting from their services and continuing their routines, right? Workout routines and so forth. So there is potential for this to continue growing. I just don't know if this is close to the peak right now, before it grows again, it continues to grow again, or is the growth going to continue? And I may be wrong. We're going to have to see. But let's look at this chart. So this chart is pretty broad here. We have the 50-day moving average at 90.95. See if I can land exactly on that. It's jumping around. But 90.95 is the 50-day moving average. Obviously, this closed out at 83.99. Very important for the bulls. Before you even talking about this resistance level, the bulls need to break this 50-day moving average. They need to get above it, turn that into support, and continue to work their way up. Until the bulls break through that, they have no control. The bears are going to continue to dominate. Even if they just hang out sideways, they're below the 50-day moving average, and the bears can quickly tear through the support and hit newer lows. So our support level is pretty close to the closing price. It's 83.50. If 83.50 gets broken through, the next support is down here, and that would be 78.98. That is the lowest point before this catalyst leveling off and then continuing to work its way up to newer highs. 78.98 would be the next support. If 83.50 gets broken through, I'd pay very close attention to how quick is it moving down to reach the next support of 78.98, and are the bears tearing through 78.98? That means two supports have been broken through. It's much deeper into bearish territory and being pulled further away from the 50-day moving average of 90.95 in a downward direction. On the other spectrum of things, we have what the bulls want to do. Obviously, before getting there, they need to break through the 50-day moving average of 90.95, turn that into support, and start to work their way up to newer highs. Now, once they reach that, the highest point before this fall, and the bears appearing and tearing this one down, whether it was profit taking, fear, or uncertainty, they need to break through 99.74 after making it past the 50-day moving average and getting into bullish territory. 99.74 is so important right now. That's the highest point. They need to turn that into support, and the bulls will be able to start to work their way up to newer highs. Now, once they accomplish that, the most important point here is $100.78 it shows here. Yeah, $100.78. That is the highest peak that this stock has reached in this whole entire bullish run. This is the most pivotal and important resistance level that needs to be broken through so that this stock can continue to hit newer highs and reach new resistance levels and continue a bullish run. But before doing that, The bulls need to break through the 50-day moving average of 90.95, then break through the first resistance level, right? That is 99.74. Turn that into support, and they can start to reach these new resistance levels and newer highs. Hope you guys found this video helpful and informative, and it means you well. If you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, don't forget to click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watch this video. And thank you guys for watching. Let's make some money.